So you just finished sharpening on the stones, and if the knife does this, it may be because of burr. Well, the reason why you do want to remove the burr is not only it was actually not cutting paper well, but it comes in the way. Basically what it is that when the burr forms, it's like this. So you will want to remove this to get the really nice V shape. Otherwise, it gets in the way. The knife will not perform as well as it should. So today I'm going to show you a few different ways how to remove this burr. So what's the burr, you ask? Basically, when you are sharpening a knife on the sharpening stones, the metal that is from here will be ground down to very thin point. At one point, this metal is gonna flip onto the other side, forming a burr, which is more like a very subtle, some people call it wire edge on the other side. How to detect the burr could be very simple by putting your finger along the edge like this, and if there's some roughness left on the blade, that is a burr. And if you aren't quite sure, you can do the same on the other side, and oftentimes you feel the roughness on one side but not from the other. This could be called wire edge. What that means is that if you run your finger along the edge, it will cut you. So don't do it, just across. So first way is really to use the same stone that you are sharpening or finishing with. So because the burr is opposite from where you are sharpening or where you finish your knives with, it's on this side, I'm gonna flip the knife, then very lightly, just the weight of the knife. You can certainly go the other way. It shouldn't matter too much when it comes to deburring, as long as you don't push too hard. I like this way, edge forward, because that's how Mizuochi-san was stropping it on the stone. And what he said is that you could do this, but oftentimes it can roll up the burr on the other side or makes it a little bit more rounder edge. So I will just gonna stick with the push forward motion, so as this way. For most people, this does it. It's not perfect yet. There is still tiny bit of burr left, actually flipped on the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna use a little bit more precise method to remove the burr from the edge. First off, what I'm going to use is a ceramic honing rod. Ceramic honing rods are essential tool for the Japanese knives. This will do really great job to keep your knife stay sharp much longer without putting on the stone like these. So it is great tool to have, but also it is a great deburring tool. What I'm going to do is put it upright position like this. This is the safest way we found. Upright position, lay your spine of your knife on the narrow side of the honing rod. Again, this is just a deburring, just so very lightly, just the weight of the knife itself. Make sure it goes all the way from the heel. Probably several strokes on each side should do a great. Okay, again, let's try this. Oh, it is better actually. This is fantastic. If you are a nerd like us, you can definitely use a leather strop. These are fantastic tool to strop off the last bit of burr. So unlike stropping on the stone, I do the spine first. Again, it's really the merely because if I do it this way, it's going to cut up the leather. Very lightly, about the same angle as you're sharpening, and the weight of the knife itself. and you can finish it with the smoother side. So basically any of these things doesn't have, say, abrasive on it, so it's not removing the steel from the knife. So basically they're taking a micro burr off. It gets a little bit finer so that the it may get, you know, smoother, but they should be doing pretty much the same thing, except when you have the chromium oxide on the leather strop. Chromium oxide is a abrasive compound that's really fine. So when you do the strop on these, it will make it a little bit more smoother. Thanks for watching. If you have any other method that you like to use, you can share that on the comment section. And if you want to know actually how to sharpen on those sharpening stones, check out the video below. This is all dusty.